Hey all, welcome back to the new video. So I think in the last video we had completed the concept regarding switch statement, isn't it? I think it was interesting the last topic, the last video. Okay, so let me go for while loop. While loop in C language, okay? So see, the concept we'll discuss first, okay? So loops. Loops can be execute a block of code as long as a specified condition is true. Okay, I'll teach you in a interesting way. Okay, so what it is telling, loops can execute a block of code. Loop can execute a block of code as long as a specified condition is true. Okay, same condition we are applying in our real life. How? See, whenever um our mother asked us to just go for studies and all, so we are just adding some conditions. Okay, if you'll give me 2 or 10 or 5 chocolates, then I'll study for 1 hour, and after completion of that hour, again we are asking, if you would give me again another 5 chocolate, then I'll sit for 1 more hour. That means what? We are studying until unless we are getting the chocolates, isn't it? That means till the time we are getting chocolates or we are getting some appreciations, we'll study. But after that, no, all the condition would be false. We don't want to study now. We are doing the same thing in our real life, isn't it? So loops do the same. What loops actually do? Loops will execute a particular block of code if or till how many times you'll ask? Until unless a specified condition would be true. If this particular condition would be true or until this condition would be true, then the loop would be execute a particular block of code. Got it? Is it little bit are you getting any doubt? See, we are providing some conditions. Okay, before entering into the loop, it would check whether the condition is true or not. Okay, and inside that loop we are just writing some statement like hey, what you are doing, kind of. Okay, so each and every time before entering into the loop, it would check the condition. If the condition would be true, then it would enter into the house. If the condition would be false, then it would not enter into the house or loop. Okay, see how it is doing. Suppose you know we are going to somebody's house, and if until unless the door is open, we are just going, and if the door is closed, then we are not going inside, isn't it? The same way we are doing here. We are providing one conditions. Okay, so before entering into the loop, each and every time it would check whether the condition is true or not. If the condition were true, then it would enter into the loop, and whatever the statement would be there, hey, what you are doing, are you studying, are you checking something? So whatever the statement would be there, that would be printed and it would come out of the loop. Okay, so let me go into the depth. Okay, loops are handy because they save time, reduce errors, and they make code more readable. So why these loops are very handy? Um, why we are choosing these loops instead of going for different kind of conditions are there, but why we are going for loop? Because it save time. It reduce errors, and they make code more readable. They do not make the code more complex or clumsy and all. It make them very simple, and they save the time. They reduce the errors. This is the reason why loops are very handy. Got it? Okay, while loop, there are three loops are there: for loop, while loop, and do while loop. Okay, let me start with the while loop. Okay, the while loop repeats a block of code as long as a specified condition is true. So this while loop would repeat a particular block of code until unless the condition is true. If the condition would be true, then only it would repeat. Once the condition is false, it would not repeat a particular block of code. Got it? Okay. Let me go for the syntax. See here, we are just writing the while keyword. So what is while? While is a keyword, and we are providing some conditions within the parenthesis. Okay, so here only we are checking the conditions, whether the condition is true or not. If the condition is true, then it would enter into the loop, and it would print some statement like hey, good morning, um like, are you feeling sleepy, kind of some text or some statement would be there. It would print, then again it would come out of the loop. Again it would check to the condition whether it is true or not. On the basis of the condition's value, it will enter into the block or not. Okay, got it? So in the example below, the code in the loop will run over and over again as long as the variable I is less than 5. That means what? See here, the I value we are providing as 0. Okay, that means we are initializing the variable I with 0. Okay, and we are writing this while loop. While, this is a keyword, and within the parenthesis we are providing like, if I is less than 5, then just print the value of I. Until unless the value of I is less than 5, just print the value. Once the I value would be equal to or greater than 5, then do not print. Okay, so see, every time we are printing, and here we are just incrementing the value. 3 stages are there. um those are associated with the loop. Like, first one would be declaration. Okay, then condition checking, then reinitialization. I repeat again: initialization, condition checking, and reinitialization. Okay, see what how many stages are there. This is the initialization stage. Okay, this is the condition checking, and this is the reinitialization, or we are just incrementing or decrementing. And the increment and decrement could be two types. It could be pre or post increment, pre or post decrement. Got it? Okay, see, as it is while loop, we are writing all these 3 stages into 3 lines. But in for loop, all the 3 statements, or all the three phases, that means the initialization phase, conditioning phase, and the reinitializing phase, would be print in one line only. Okay, so let me go for the real life example. That means we'll try it here only. So see here, one program we are writing in C language, that is has include standard io.h. We are mentioning just the header file, and we are starting our program from main function, that is int main. Okay, so this is the main function we are writing, and within the block of code we'll just first initialize this I value, that means I equal to 0. And here we are starting this while loop. While keyword would be there, and some condition, that means I less than 5. And until unless this I value would be less than 5, just print the value of I. And once it is not, or that means it is equal to 5 or greater than 5, do not do anything. Okay, that means just come out of the loop. So let me understand the whole program. First time the I value is 0, that means we are initializing this I value with 0. And here while loop is there, and we are checking whether this I is less than 5 or not. Obviously, because I value is 0 initially, and 0 is less than 5 only, it's true. So condition is true, then it is going to the loop. So it is printing the value, that is %d slash n I. %d is the format specifier for integer value. Slash n we are writing so that the next line would be start from a new line. Okay, so it is printing the value as 0 because initially the I value is 0, and we are just post incrementing this I value, that is 1. Okay, again it is going and checking the condition that I value is less than 5 or not. Obviously 1 is less than 5, so again it is printing the value as 1. Again it is post incrementing this I value. Now the value is 2, then same way the value would be 3 and 4. When the value would be 5, it would come and it would compare whether I value is less than 5 or not. Yeah, obvious, I value is not equal to or not less than 5, because now the value is 5, so 5 is equal to 5, not less than 5. Okay, so the condition would be false and it would come out of the loop. Got it? That is the real life example. Okay, here some note they have mentioned, why they have mentioned, let me check. Okay. Okay, so here, do not forget to increase the variable used in the condition I plus plus, otherwise the loop will never end. Okay, this is interesting. What they have mentioned here, do not forget to increase or decrease the variable that you have used in the condition. See here, the variable we are using is I, and if we'll not increment or decrement that I value, then it would be a infinite loop. The text would be printed randomly, the loop will never end. Okay, so let me go for next example, that is a countdown example. Okay, so see here, the countdown is start from 3, and you know see, while we are providing a keyword while, if the countdown greater than 0, then just print the countdown value and just go for a decrement value. Okay, and when all the countdown would be end, just go for happy new year, like on December 31st, I think, before 12, some countdown would be there, like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In the same way we are just doing this program. Okay, so basically we are just mentioning some countdown value. It could be 3, it could be 10, it could be 100, it could be 1000, it could be anything. Okay, whatever you want, you can just mention there the value, then just go for the while loop. Okay, so it would check the countdown value. If it is greater than 0, then only just go for printing the value. Okay, and once the value would be 0, then just go for happy new year. Okay, let me try this. See here, we are just mentioning our main function, and the countdown value is 3. While countdown value is greater than 0, then just go for printing the value, and once it is done, just go for happy new year. Okay, so first time the countdown value is 3, then it is going for while loop. So countdown is greater than 0. Yes, 3 is greater than 0. Then it is printing 3, isn't it? Then the value is decrementing. Now the value is 2. Again 2 is going and checking, this 2 is greater than 0. Yes, it's true. Then again it's printing the value 2 and again going for decrement. Now the value is 1 and it's checking, yeah, 1 is greater than 0, and we are just printing the value as 1. And again the countdown value is getting decremented, and the value is now 0 and 0. That means the countdown value is 0. 0 is greater than 0. Condition true or false? Obviously false. 0 equal to 0, not less, not greater, not less than equal to, not greater than equal to. Okay, so now it would stop execution the program, and it would come out of the loop. And when it is coming out from the loop, here at the right away we are just printing as happy new year. See, it's printing as happy new year. Got it? I hope it's bit easier. Sometimes it looks tough, but if we'll understand the concept, definitely it would be very easy. Okay, let me stop here. In the next video we'll go for a new concept that would be, I think, very much interesting, and definitely will do that. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.